Hi everyone, welcome to the latest RISCO webinar. I'd like to thank you all for taking a few minutes out of your valuable time to be with us today. I hope everybody can see and hear okay. Raise your hand if you can't. My name's Greg Smith. I'm Marketing Manager for the UK and Ireland. With me is Albert Hall, Regional Sales Manager for the North and Ireland, who will be delivering today's webinar, and Derek Walton, who's our Head of Product Support. On this session, we will be talking in depth about the RISCO detector range and the technologies that underpin it. Just one bit of housekeeping. You'll see you're all set to mute. For the duration of the presentation, we'll keep you on mute, and once the presentation is completed, we'll take some questions. I'll explain how once the presentation is complete. But for now, I'll pass you over to Albert.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Albert Hall here, Sales Manager for the North, incorporating Scotland and the island of Ireland. I'd also like to take a huge thank you to you all for joining us this afternoon. I hope you find the content informative and useful. I'd like to begin with a bit of background about RISCO and start by saying before any panels, sounders or video technologies entered our portfolio, detectors is what we produced. And we have over 40 years experience doing it. We have been at the forefront of the digital revolution, and our detectors have made significant advancements in recent times. Our algorithms such as Anti-Cloak and sway recognition have led the way in terms of innovation. I'll come on to this in more detail in the slides. We have probably the widest range of detection out there for residential, commercial and industrial applications, covering indoor, outdoor, wired and wireless. And in terms of configuration and diagnostics, we are proven pioneers in the delivering of additional time and cost savings to installers with RISCO Cloud and our config softwares. So this presentation will be delivered in three main sections, which you can see on the screen. We will start with an overview of how motion detection works, moving on to the state-of-the-art detection technologies for which RISCO is renowned, finishing with an introduction to a few of the examples of the RISCO detectors. So firstly, I'd like to take you all back to school, if I may, for a brief lesson in how motion detection works. I know for some of you it'll be like teaching you how to suck eggs, but it's important that everyone is on the same page. So okay, number one, motion detector works by collecting infrared energy that is emitted from warm objects moving in a detection area. From this, received IR energy is segmented from a segmented lens, creates a pair of PIR beams. The beams are then projected onto the sensor inside the detector. The IR energy of an intruder is compared to the IR energy of the surrounding areas, and the difference of the two values is converted into an electrical signal. Now I'd like to talk about how catch performance is maximised with the different types of sensors. Passive infrared, so PIR, which is a dual PIR sensor collecting IR energy as discussed in the previous slide. A dual tech or DT is a dual PIR and microwave, which provides reliable detection in harsher, warmer or higher security environments. A quad detector provides two dual PIR sensors in the one device. This provides higher reliability compared to a standard PIR detector. And I'll click onto another slide which provides a bit more detail. So quad and quad sec are available on our Beware and iWise detector ranges, both of which we'll come on to shortly. The unit contains two independent detectors in a single housing. Quad is less prone to false alarms than a PIR due to the fact that there are two sensors, but both need channels to trigger before creating the alarm condition. Some prefer these if being fitted back to back with other detectors to avoid microwave chatter. The quad sec is used as a sequential detector which acts like two separate PIRs built into the one sensor housing, offering a confirmed alarm from the one detector in the room. When mounted in the corner of the room, one detector covers the two walls, side wall area, which the second detector will cover the center of the room. when the intruder enters the room via the door or the window, triggering the side areas, and when the intruder then moves into the center of the room, the second detector triggers, providing you a sequential confirmed activation. You may be familiar with the term creep zone or look down zone. In a nutshell, this provides higher security by protecting the area immediately underneath the detector, as you can see from the illustration. Non-PET versions of the Beware and iWise detector, as well as the DigiSense Dual-Tech, have creep zone technologies. AM or anti-mask provides alerts when an attempt is masking during a disarm is made. An active IR sensor is monitoring the lens transparency and detects any attempt to mask the detector lens with IR blocking material, such as a spray can or masking tape. This provides a high level of security and is mandatory for grade 3 installations. So next up, I'd like to introduce you, or remind you in some cases, to the state-of-the-art detection technologies. These include anti-cloak, K-band, sway recognition, digital correlation, variable PET thresholds, smart bus, and green line. So starting with anti-cloak technology, or ACT, is a technology designed to overcome challenges when the IR signals become too weak. Examples of this will include hot environments or cloaked intruders. As we stated earlier, PIR sensors by contrasting the room background and human body temperatures. When a room temperature approaches human body temperature, such as in conservatories in summer months, PIR detectors may struggle to detect enough of a signal difference and may miss the intruder. The ACT enables detectors will switch temporarily to a microwave-only mode and detect the intruder's movement. Sometimes intruders may try to block this using materials such as foil suits or umbrellas to make themselves almost invisible to the PIR sensor in the detector. The IR signal from the cloaked intruder is extremely low, so using complex pattern recognition algorithms, the ACT recognizes cloaking attempts and switches temporarily to the microwave-only mode. Next, we will look at the cutting-edge detector to the outdoor detection technologies such as sway recognition, digital correlation, and again the K-band. So starting with sway recognition technology, this is a specific algorithm that uses 2 microwave channels for cancelling the effects of objects that move backwards and forwards, such as trees in the wind. In effect, this means that the detector can be installed at a distance of 5 or more meters away from trees. We find our competitors' detectors need a minimum of 10 meters to prevent false alarms. Digital correlation technology distinguishes between patterns of real threat versus effects caused by the environment or animals through the use of correlation. So let me explain correlation if I can. 2 independent PIR channels with a separate lenses create vertical interlacing detection patterns. Rapid temperature changes, reflections, and PETs, which due to their size cannot be in both PIR detection patterns at the same time, are then cancelled out. It can be installed in challenging environments such as domestic gardens. K-band is relevant for both indoor and outdoor detectors. You can see on the diagram that K-band has a much higher frequency than the standard X-band. So higher frequency equals more information and therefore better accuracy. The higher frequency means the limits of the microwave range can be better controlled, which eliminates the false alarms and detects slow-moving intruders. So RISCO Smart Bus allows for remote diagnostics and configuration with any wiring method. It allows flexibility in choosing the right wiring method, either the standard star method, going back to Rios or our expanded, or as in the bus, the daisy chain as illustrated on the diagram. The RISCO Smart Bus allows for a variety of diagnostic and configuration capabilities, and you can see in the example. You can access detector settings anytime, anywhere via our config software or the keypad. This means no need to travel to site, clambering ladders and opening detectors. A little more on K-band for indoor, the most advanced microwave technology in the industry. With K-band, wall penetration is reduced. This means no false alarms are generated by people walking in neighbouring corridors or rooms outside the protected areas or zone. The K-band delivers a better catch performance detecting slow-moving intruders. The rule of thumb again is higher frequency equaling better accuracy. So variable threat thresholds, or VPTs, is a unique PIR processing technology for pet-friendly detectors that distinguishes between intruders and pets of a certain size. With a fixed threshold, pets may be detected depending on their crossing speeds. Detectors using a fixed threshold may miss very fast or again very slow-moving intruders. The variable pet threshold adapts these thresholds in real time according to the crossing speeds of the targets and assuring that intruders and not pets are detected accurately. So green line technology protects occupants from surplus microwave radiation by disabling the active microwave channel when an alarm system is disarmed and the occupants are in the premises. This is increasingly used in environments such as schools and colleges to prevent the exposure to the microwave radiation. So that sums up our state-of-the-art digital detector technologies. We will take any specific questions in relation to these at the end of the webinar. But now I'd like to introduce you to or remind you about the various RISCO detectors available and their onboard technologies. As you can see, we have quite a large range of detectors providing solutions for all circumstances and environments. This webinar would take a good few hours if I was to introduce you in detail to each of the detectors in our range. So, for the purpose of saving your valuable time and my voice, today I will only focus on a handful of detectors in the range. So firstly, I'd like to talk about our award-winning Beware Smart Detector, which comes in a range of wireless, wired and bus models, along with PIR, quad and dual tech variants. One of the first things you will see with the Beware is the large lens with convex shape. This maximizes the PIR detection efficiency, resulting in best-in-class catch performance. All dual tech models come equipped with the K-band, which is mentioned in the latest and most advanced microwave technology in the industry, providing unparalleled false alarm immunity. The dual tech models also include anti-cloak technology for best catch performance for cloaked intruders and in warm environments. Wireless and bus models have remote diagnostic and configuration for things like sensitivity, microwave range, and plus more, which reduces the needs for the on-site visits. Finally, we also think the Beware looks great. It can provide a uniform look with a smart modern design of both wired, wireless detectors. Next are iWave and iWave wireless two-way detector. These detectors benefit from the advanced signaling processing algorithms with true temperature compensation, variable PET thresholds, and remote diagnostics. So the iWave on the left is available as a PIR, a PET PIR, dual tech and dual tech PET. iWave on the right is a PIR and PIR camera detector model with similar design for visual verification. It has an integrated camera for video verification, a discrete IR flash for clear images in complete darkness, and provides visual alarm verification with both video and clips and images via the iRISCO mobile app. Currently, this model is available on the Agility and the WeCom systems. Coming very soon is the RISCO Piccolo two-way wireless detector. I think you'll agree this is a great new discrete detector with a lens featuring the convex shape for maximum PIR detection efficiency. The 10-meter coverage and remote diagnostics and configuration will also help, but also with the 3-year battery length. RISCO also has a range of IP65 rated outdoor detectors, which is expanding quite considerably in 2019 and 2020. The Beyond, now available in wired and wireless, has been a huge success story with good reason. It comes with dual technology, with 2 PIR channels, with 2 lenses and 2 K-band microwave channels. It benefits from the sway recognition and digital correlation technology for best-in-class false alarm immunity, tamper, anti-mask and accelerometer alerting on attempting to harm or remove the detector. And coming very soon is the Beyond Dual Tech Cam, with the only wireless outdoor dual tech detector with camera for visual verification via, again, the iRISCO mobile app. Both Beyonds have a contemporary look and feel for their home environments, while the Watch Out is the multi-purpose robust outdoor detector designed for extreme environments. It has flexible mounting heights from 1 to 2.7 meters, depending on the lenses which you choose, and they can be included for barrier and long range. Also, to be with us very soon is the Outdoor Curtain Dual Tech, which will be available as a wired and wireless option. It will be dual tech. It will include a narrow PIR beam featuring a 1 meter wide curtain and up to 12 meter coverage range. It will have K-band microwave and active IR anti-masking. It will also have a mounting height of 3.6 meters, and it will benefit from the remote configuration and diagnostics via the bus or wireless. So have you seen the detection catalogue? This will detail all the models and variants of the RISCO detectors and is a handy Bible to have when assessing the detection required for specific environments. We'll be emailing these through to you after the webinar, but please contact us if you would like a hard copy of these being sent out in the post.